Okay, we'll begin with chemistry in everyday life. Right. Now, yesterday we studied polymers. Now, what are polymers? Polymers are large molecular weight species, okay, which is formed by many repeating units of monomers. Many repeating units of monomer. That is called what? Polymer. That is called what? Polymer. So, what is polymer? Poly means many. Meros means part or unit. Poly means many. And meros means part or unit. So, polymer is high molecular weight species consisting of many repeating units of monomer. They are joined to one another by a covalent bond. By a covalent bond. Okay. That is called what? Polymer. 1 minute. Sir, वो iPad ही लेके आओ ना. Okay. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, just a minute. I will check what is the syllabus in it. Okay. Then yesterday we studied some plastic and resin. Now, what is plastic? Plastic is a polymer. Polymer. Okay. Generally, it is a thermo-softening polymer. Generally, it is a thermo-softening polymer. So that is called what? Plastic. Then next one is resin. What is resin? Resin. It is highly cross-linked polymer containing many functional groups in it. Highly cross-linked polymer containing many functional groups in it, and that is called what? Resin. Resin. इसका फोन है Okay. So, what is resin? Resin is highly cross-linked polymer containing many repeating units of a monomer. Sir, नए बच्चे ज्वाइन हो गए कैसे? नहीं दिख नहीं रहा.
व्यू में जाइए,
अच्छा इधर.
एडमिट ऑल कर बस पकड़ना, बीच बीच में देखते देखो ज्वाइन हो रहा है कि हो गए ना एडमिट.
हो गए.
ठीक है.
अच्छा. Is there any doubt, anybody?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Then next one is oils and fats. Next part is oils and fats. Next part is oils and fats. Oils and fats. Now, oils are esters of higher fatty acids. What are oils? Oils are esters of higher fatty acid. Oils are esters of higher fatty acids. Higher fatty acids. Oils are the esters of higher fatty acid. Of course, there are different types of oils. For example, You know, edible oil, nothing but groundnut oil, then soybean oil, coconut oil, mustard oil. So all these are the oils. Oils generally fatty acids or glycerol. You know, CH2OC double bond, or you can say R group, then CHOC double bond, OR group, then CH2OC double bond, OR group. This one oil or fat, they are having same formula. Oil or fat, they are having same formula. Whenever this is hybridized with sodium hydroxide, what do you get? You know, this RCO part combined with NaO, and we will get RC double bond ONA, that is sodium salt of fatty acid. Sodium salt of fatty acid. Sodium salt of fatty acid plus glycerol, that is CH2H, then CHOH, then CH2H. So this one glycerol. Glycerol. Glycerol, that is also called glycerin. What it is called? Glycerin. Glycerol, that is also called glycerin. Is there any doubt to anybody?
No, sir.
Okay, okay.
Sir, what is the significance of R?
R is alkyl group. Very good, very good. I forgot to tell you. R is alkyl group. Any alkyl group like methyl group, ethyl group, then propyl group, etc. etc. Right? So if R is CS3, for example, okay, on hydrolysis you get acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Likewise, if it is ethane, you will get propanoic acid. Likewise. Is there any doubt?
No.
If you are having such kind of doubt, please feel free and ask it. Okay? Feel free and ask it. Generally, oils, these are the esters of fatty acid, that is acid containing 12 or more carbonate. Acid containing 12 or more carbon atoms. And that are what? Fatty acids.
Sir,
Yes.
just to confirm, last time you during exams, sometimes there is a misconception of fruits having their smell coming from esters,
Yes.
and esters are also of another type that are fatty acids. But then, so is this true that esters are the things that give fruits their smell with
Yes.
respect to
Giving
homeopathy?
fruity smell, correct.
But
Whatever
some
anything.
sources for homi bhabha say that they are not because they are fatty acids and like
No,
that.
no, 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 no. You see, esters, they gives the fruity smell only. Okay. Esters gives what? Fruity smell only. Understood or not?
Okay.
If it is acid, it will not give any smell. Okay. It will, it is sour in taste. It is sour in taste. Understood? Is there any doubt about this? Now, formation of sodium salt or fatty acid from oil or fat, that is called saponification of oil. What it is called? Saponification of oil, because soap is formed in this case. This is what? Actually soap. What is soap? Sodium or potassium salt of fatty acid. That is called what? Soap. Sodium or potassium salt of fatty acid. That is called what? Soap. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, next part is vitamins. Next part is what? Vitamins. Next part is vitamins. Next part is vitamins. Vitamins. Now, what are vitamins? Vitamins, they are the organic compounds and they required in the diet in a small quantity to perform specific biological function. That is maintenance of a body, growth of a body, right? Maintenance of a body, growth of a body, then, recovery from a certain disease. Now, vitamins. So, what are vitamins? Vitamins are organic compounds required in the diet in a very small quantity, okay, to fulfill the need of body, like growth, then maintenance of a body, then recovery of damaged tissues, cells, etc. Now, vitamins, they were designated by letter A, B, C, D, etc. A, B, C, D, etc. Some of them, they are further designated as vitamin B1, comma B2, comma B6, comma B12, etc. etc. B12, etc. Okay. Is there any doubt? Next, classification of vitamins. Next part is classification of vitamins. Now, vitamins, they are further classified into two types. First one is fat soluble vitamin, and second one is water soluble vitamins. So, what is first? Fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins. Now, fat soluble vitamins includes vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. So, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. So, these are soluble in fats. These are soluble in fats, right? And they are stored generally in liver and adipose tissue. They are stored in liver, stored in liver and adipose tissue. Adipose tissue. Now, adipose tissues, these are the tissue that stores the fats. They stores fats. Adipose tissue, they stores what? Fats. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Then the second type is water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins. Now, water soluble vitamins includes vitamin B and C. Vitamin B and vitamin C. Now, this vitamin B and C, they are easily excreted through urine. They get excreted through urine. Excreted through urine. And next one, they cannot be stored. They cannot be stored. They cannot be stored except vitamin B12. Except vitamin B12. Except vitamin B12. Okay, in our body. Is there any doubt? So, vitamins are broadly classified into two types. One is fat soluble vitamin that includes vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Of course, these fat soluble vitamins, they are stored in the liver and adipose tissue. Adipose tissue stores fats. Then second one is water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins includes vitamin B and C. They are excreted through the urine. They are excreted through urine. They are excreted through urine, right? And cannot be stored except vitamin B12 in our body. Now, some vitamins and their deficiency we diseases. Next part is some vitamins and their deficiency diseases. Some vitamins and their deficiency diseases. Some vitamins, and their deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases. Diseases. Okay. Now, weight vitamin, but deficiency diseases, deficiency disease, deficiency disease. So first one is vitamin A. Vitamin A that causes night blindness. Night blindness. That causes what? Night blindness. Now, what is night blindness? Person can see during daytime, but he can't see during night time. The vitamin B1, it causes very. The vitamin B2 causes cirrhosis. The vitamin B6 deficiency causes convulsions. It causes convulsions. The vitamin B12 pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia. It causes pernicious anemia. Then vitamin C causes scurvy. Then deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. Then deficiency of vitamin E increase fragility of RBC and muscular weakness. Increase fragility of RBCs and muscular weakness. It causes. Okay. Then last vitamin is that is vitamin K, hemophilia. Vitamin K deficiencies, hemophilia. Hemo means blood. So increase blood coagulation time or blood clotting time. Increase blood coagulation time. Coagulation or clotting time. That is called what? Hemophilia. So there are various vitamins. Vitamin A causes night blindness. If there is a deficiency of vitamin B, it creates perimony. If there is a deficiency of vitamin B2, it creates cirrhosis. Then B6 convergence. Then B12 pernicious anemia. Deficiency of vitamin C creates scurvy. Deficiency of vitamin D creates rickets. Deficiency of vitamin E increases fragility of RBCs and muscular weaknesses. Is there any doubt, anybody? So this is about vitamins. Yes. Everything understood? Students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Just wait. What is the next point that I will check in the chapter? Next point is hormones. Next point is what? Hormones. Now, what are hormones? Basically, what are hormones? Basically, hormones are proteins only. Hormones are proteins only, right? So, hormones are the molecule that are secreted by endocrine gland. What are endocrine glands? Anybody knows? What are endocrine glands? Endocrine glands. Okay, they secrete hormones. They secrete hormones. Hormones. So hormones, they are secreted by an endocrine gland and they act as intracellular messengers. They act as what? Intercellular messengers secreted by an endocrine gland. Endocrine gland and acts as intercellular messengers. Intercellular messengers. Intercellular messengers. Now, what is meant by messenger? Means what is meant by intercellular messenger? That is, they pass a message amongst the cells. They pass the message amongst the cells. In terms of chemical nature, hormones, they are classified as steroids, polypeptides, amino acid derivative, etc. So next part is classification of hormones. Classification of hormones. Hormones. They are classified into three types. First one is steroid. First one is steroids. Now, steroids includes estrogens and androgens. Estrogens and androgens. Steroids includes estrogen and androgens. Secondly, they are classified as a polypeptides. Example, insulin, endorphins, polypeptides. Polypeptides. What is the example? Insulin. Insulin. Then endorphins. Insulin. And second one is endorphins. Endorphins, etc. Thirdly, steroids, they are classified as a amino acid derivative. Amino acid derivative. Amino acid derivative. Best example is epinephrine. Epinephrine. and second norepinephrine, norepinephrine, norepinephrine. So hormones, they are basically classified into three categories. First, steroid. Second, polypeptides. Third, amino acid derivative. Steroids, they include estrogens, androgens. One of the common steroid you are getting in the market. Okay. Um, that is 5 mg, 10 mg. Okay. And that steroid, it is used for to cure cough and cold, viral infections, sometimes body pain, okay, etc. 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 Okay. So then next one is polypeptides. Poly means many. They consist of many peptide linkages. Basically, what is peptide linkage? Peptide linkage or peptide bond. So it consists of C double bond ONH bond in their structure, which CONH bond in their structure. And this bond is called what? Peptide bond or peptide linkage. The CONH bond present in the protein. Okay, that is called what? Peptide bond or peptide linkage. So polypeptide, poly means many. So it consists of such kind of many CONH bonds in their structure. Best example, insulin, then endorphins, etc. etc. Then third one is amino acid derivative. Now what are amino acids? Basically, amino acids are the molecules. They consist of both the functional groups. That is, NH2 is amino, then COH is acid. So this one is structure of amino acid. That is, it consists of amino group as well as acid group, carboxylic acid group. So what are amino acids? Amino acids are the molecule containing both the functional groups. That is, amino group as well as acid group. Amino group as well as acid group. And they are called what? Amino acids. Is there any doubt to anybody? Is there any doubt?
Sir, what is the second example you have written in steroids? It is not visible because
Androgen.
of.
ANDROGENS.
Sir, it is not
Andro
visible
Sir,
because of
light
the light.
refraction.
because of
Light.
okay. Can I write here?
Huh.
Yes.
Androgens. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, what are the functions of hormones? Now, they help to maintain the balance of biological activity in the body. Okay. Next one. Can I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Next part is functions of hormones. Next part is functions of hormones. What is the next part? Functions of hormones. Functions of hormones. Hormones. Now, first, hormones, they maintain biological activity balance in the body. That is, they maintain balance of biological activities in the body. So, maintain balance of biological activities. Biological activities which is in the body. in the body. This one first function. That is they helps to maintain biological activity balance in the body. Okay. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
सर कैन यू एडमिट आर्या वो एक्चुअली गलती से लीव हो गई
Pardon?
आर्या आर्या गुगरी उसको आप एडमिट
Okay,
कर
okay,
सकते हो
okay, that should be. Yes. So, what are the functions of hormones? Hormones maintain balance of biological activities in the body. For example, hormone insulin and glucagon together regulates glucose level in the blood. Example, hormone insulin and glucagon maintains sugar level in the blood or glucose levels in the blood. Maintains glucose level in blood. The maintains glucose level in blood. Is there any doubt? Similarly, hormones epinephrine and norepinephrine hormone epinephrine and norepinephrine these hormones they maintain responses to external stimuli, mediate responses to external stimuli, okay, maintains responses to an external stimuli. Is there any doubt?
No.
Okay. So what is first function? It maintains balance of biological activities in the body. So, example, hormone insulin and glucagon together they maintains glucose level in the blood. Then hormone epinephrine and norepinephrine mediate responses to external stimuli. Okay. Is there any doubt? The next, thyroxine is another hormone that is produced in the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland, and it is iodine derivative of amino acid tyrosine. Iodine derivative of amino acid called tyrosine. What it is called? Tyrosine. Okay. Now, abnormal low level of thyroxine. Okay. Low level of thyroxine leads to hypothyroidism. And high level of thyroxine leads to hyperthyroidism. Leads to what? Hyperthyroidism. Is there any doubt? Is there
No.
any doubt? Now, low level of iodine in the diet may lead to hypothyroidism and enlargement of thyroid gland. Low level of iodine in the diet leads to hypothyroidism and it results in enlargement of gland. Here you will get goitre, बड़ा हिस्से neck और इस head के बीच में. Okay. Is there any doubt? Students?
No, sir.
Okay. Next. Testosterone is another hormone secreted by male. Male. Testosterone is the major male sex hormone. Testosterone is male sex hormone. Sex hormone. And estradiol. Estradiol is female sex hormone. Female sex hormone. Testosterone, it is male sex hormone. Estradiol, it is female sex hormone. Okay, is there any doubt, anybody? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, just 1 minute. I will check what is there for next in the chapter for syllabus. Next one is amino acid, peptides, and proteins. Next part is amino acid, peptides, and proteins. That is next part, amino acid, peptides, and proteins. Amino acids, then peptides, and proteins. Now, what are amino acids? Amino acids. Okay. Now, so amino acids are the organic compound along with carbon, hydrogen. They also consist of what? Nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen and oxygen. So amino acids are the organic compound containing both COH group and NH2 group in their structure. So they have general formula R C COH NH2 H. That is, they consist of carboxylic functional group in their structure as well as amino functional group in their structure. Amino functional group in their structure. Now, depending on relative position of acid with respect to amino, or amine with respect to acid, COH group attached to carbon is to the alpha carbon, and that's what is called alpha amino acid. What it is called? Alpha amino acids. What it is called? Alpha amino acids. Right? Now, depending on number of amino groups and acid groups, amino acids, they are classified into 3 types. First, acidic, second, basic, and third, neutral. What are acidic amino acids? Amino acid containing more COH group than NH2. That is called by acidic amino acid. They consist of more COH group than NH2. They are called acidic amino acids. Okay. Best example is glutamic acid, aspartic acid. Glutamic acid, aspartic acid, etc. Now, what are basic amino acids? Basic amino acids, they consist of more NH2 group compared to COH group. They consist of more NH2 group than COH group. Best example of basic amino acid includes arginine, lysine, etc. Arginine, lysine, etc. Then what are neutral amino acids? Neutral amino acid consists of equal number of amino group as well as COH. So one NH2 group is equal to one COH group. And that are what? Neutral amino acids. Best example of neutral amino acids includes lysine, alanine, valine. Glycine, alanine, and valine. Okay. So amino acids, they are classified as what? Acidic, basic, neutral. What are acidic amino acids? Amino acid consisting of more CH group than NH2 group. They are called acidic amino acid. For example, glutamic acid, aspartic acid, etc. And basic amino acid, they consist of more amino groups than COH group. Best example, arginine, lysine, etc. Then neutral amino acid, they consist of equal number of amino group as well as acid group. Okay, if there is one amino group and one acid group, then it is balanced. So two amino group, two acid group, right? Best example of this kind is lysine, alanine, valine. That is, they consist of one amine as well as one COH group. The next amino acid, they are also classified as essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Amino acids are also classified as what? Essential amino acids. Okay. Essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Now, what are essential amino acids? Amino acids that cannot be synthesized in our body but can be taken from outside. They are called what? Essential amino acids. Amino acids which cannot be synthesized in the body but obtained through diet. They are called essential amino acids. Cannot be synthesized in body but obtained through diet, but obtained via diet. They are called essential amino acids. Best example of this includes valine, leucine, lysine, etc. Valine, leucine, lysine, etc. Then what is next? Second one is non-essential amino acids. Amino acids. Amino acid, they are synthesized in our body and cannot be obtained through diet. They are called non-essential amino acid. Can be synthesized in our body body. They are all non-essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acid. Best example, glycine, alanine, aspartic acid, glycine, alanine, aspartic acid, etc. Aspartic acid, etc. Is there any doubt, anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the end of amino acids, right? One more point I will trace out in amino acid. Okay. In amino acid, their general formula R, C, NH2, H, COH. Now in aqueous solution, this NH2 having one pair, it will abstract this proton and you get RC, NH3 plus, then CO minus, this is H. Now, there are two charges in it. One is positive charge, second one is negative charge. And that's why it is called dipolar ion. Di means two. Two. There are two poles. One is positive pole and second one is negative pole. Or it is also called sweeter ion. Sweeter ion. So what is dipolar ion or sweeter ion? Ion containing two charges, that is positive as well as negative in it, and exist at a particular pH, that is called what? Sweeter ion or dipolar ion. The next part is peptides. Next part is peptides. Next part is peptides. Peptides. Now, what are peptides? C double bond ONH group, nothing but amide group. Which function group? Amide group present in the protein. That is called what? Peptide bond or peptide linkage. The next part is proteins. Next part is what? Proteins. Proteins. Now, what are proteins? Proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. Polymers of alpha amino acids. Proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. The word protein is derived from Greek word proteos, which means prime importance. Proteos means prime importance. Proteos means prime importance. Proteos means prime importance. Now, proteins, they are classified into two types: fibrous protein and second globular proteins. Next part is classification of proteins. Classification of proteins. So they are classified into two types. First one is fibrous protein. Fibrous protein. And second one is globular proteins. Globular proteins. Now, what are fibrous proteins? So they are fiber-like or thread-like. They are fiber-like or thread-like. Okay. They are fiber-like, fiber or thread-like. The fiber or thread-like. They are generally insoluble in water. Generally insoluble in water. Now, protein chains, they are linear polypeptide chains. They are held together by hydrogen bond and disulfide bond. They consist of linear polypeptide chain, peptide chain, held by hydrogen bond and sulfide bond or sulfide linkage. Sulfide bond, hydrogen bond and sulfide bond, of course, disulfide bond. Okay, and disulfide bond. Okay. Now, best example, keratin present in our hair, wool, silk, etc. And myosin in muscle. What are the example? Keratin present in hair, wool, and silk, etc. And second, myosin. Second example is what? Myosin. Present in muscle. Present in muscle, etc. etc. Now, second part is globular proteins. Globular proteins. Why the name globular? Right? So, the chains of polypeptide, the coils, just like springs of the pen. So, chains of polypeptide coils and forms spherical shape, forms spherical shape called globular shape. Spherical shape. Spherical shape. Called as what? Globular. Generally, they are insoluble in water. Generally, sorry, they are soluble in water. Globular proteins, they are what? Soluble in water. Soluble in water. Best example of globular proteins is what? Insulin, albumin, and albumin, etc. What is the example? Insulin, albumin, etc. Is there any doubt to anybody? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, structure of proteins. Next part is structure of proteins. Next part is structure of proteins. Structure of proteins. So, structure of proteins can be categorized into 4 types. First, primary structure. Second, secondary structure. Then third, tertiary structure. Tertiary denoted by 3 dB, tertiary structure. And fourth, quaternary structure. Quaternary structure. Quaternary structure. Okay. Is there any doubt? Now, primary structure. Alpha amino acids. Here is, you can say NH, then C, R and H, then C double bond O. So, carboxylic acid of one amino acid molecule condenses with amino group of another amino acid, that is NH, then C, R, H, okay, then C double bond O, like this. So it consists of linear chain of peptide bond. Now, secondary structure, they are further classified into two parts. First one is alpha helix, and second beta plated sheet-like structure. Now, alpha helix, it forms a pile like this, and beta plated, it is just like steps of staircase, like this. The tertiary structure, whenever structure of protein is more and more folded, you will get tertiary structure. And the quaternary structure, it looks like a corolla or petals of a flower. It looks like corolla or petals of a flower. So, like this quaternary structure is there. That is where more and more foldings of coil takes place. The next and last point from protein, denaturation of proteins. Next point is denaturation of proteins. Next point is denaturation of proteins. Next, denaturation of proteins. Denaturation of proteins. Now, D means removal of normal structure of a protein, right? So, whenever protein is subjected for physical change, like change in temperature, or chemical change, like change in pH, it loses biological activities. When your protein is subjected to physical change, that is change in temperature, or chemical change, like change in pH, it loses biological activity, and that is called denaturation of proteins. When protein that is change in temperature or chemical change or chemical change chemical change that is change in pH right, change in pH. Students, my voice is audible?
Sir, abhi okay. Earlier it was breaking.
Okay. कोई डाउट है? Screen is visible?
Yes.
Screen is visible? स्क्रीन विजिबल है क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके, बोर्ड वगैरह विजिबल है? है ना, थोड़ा साइड को गया है. ओके. So, whenever protein is subjected for physical change, that is change in temperature or chemical change, change in pH, it loses its biological activity. It loses its biological activity. Biological activity, and that is called what? Denaturation of protein, and is called denaturation of proteins. What it is? Denaturation of proteins. Is there any doubt? Best example of denaturation includes what? Curdling of milk, curdling of milk. What it is? Curdling of milk. Then boiling of egg, coagulation of egg white, coagulation of egg white on boiling, right? So these are the examples. So this is the end of this topic. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll begin with next topic. Just I'll check what is the next topic. Okay. The next topic is substances in common use. Substances in common use. Substances in common use. Next topic. Substances in common use. Substances. Second last topic from chemistry. Substances in common use. Common use. So this was a second last topic from chemistry. Okay, substances in common use. So first one is salt. Salt. Right. What is salt? Salt is a combination of acid and base. Whenever acid combined with base, we get what? Salt. We get what? Salt. Best example, acid like HCl, when combined with base like NaOH, HCl is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. And what is base? Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. So what do you get? Na combined with Cl, NaCl as a salt. NaCl as a salt plus water. Plus water. Right? Now, what is the importance of NaCl? NaCl, it is used in food industry. Then it is used as a saline solution. Basically, saline solution is a solution of 0.09% NaCl in water. 0.09% NaCl in water. Then third point, that is, sodium maintains biological activity in the body. Biological activity in the body. If sodium is less in your body, then you'll find a weakness in your body and you can't perform functions properly. Okay. Then NaCl is used for salting of soap. Salting of soap. That is in soap precipitation. NaCl is used. Soap precipitation. NaCl is used in soap precipitation. NaCl is used. Okay. What are the properties of the sodium chloride? First, sodium chloride is white crystalline powder. Now, what is meant by crystalline? Whenever that powder is taken between two fingers and it is pressed, it feels hard to touch, and that is called what? Crystalline. So, okay. Second, it is having high melting point. Third, it is highly hygroscopic. Hygroscopic means what? Substance which has a tendency to absorb water. That is called what? Hygroscopic substance. What it is called? Hygroscopic substance. Okay. Then already I told you about uses of this. That is food industry, saline, salting of it. So then how it is prepared? Sodium chloride is prepared along coastal regions in the form of trenches. That is, trenches they are made in the farm. Then saline, the sea water is collected over there. It is allowed to evaporate. Once it is evaporated, you get a raw salt. Then that raw salt is further purified by putting in a water and by subjecting filtration process so that insoluble impurities they get removed. Okay. So this is about sodium chloride. Then second salt is potassium chloride. Second salt is potassium chloride. Second salt, potassium chloride. Chloride. Its formula is KCl. Now, the fluid is prepared. Whenever hydrochloric acid combined with potassium hydroxide, this is hydrochloric acid combined with potassium hydroxide, what do you get? You get K combined with Cl forming KCl, H combined with OH, water. So you get KCl plus water, nothing but potassium chloride plus water. Now, what are the uses of potassium chloride? In a first use, properties. First we'll see properties. What are the properties of potassium chloride? First property, it is white in color. Then second, it is soluble in water. Then third property, potassium chloride has high melting point. Then next one is uses of potassium chloride. Potassium chloride, it is used in pharmaceutical. For example, salt supplement is coming whenever you are suffering from dehydration. That is called ORS. So it is used to prepare ORS powder. So you have to take it with water, okay, to regenerate loss of potassium. Potassium is present in a large amount in banana also, okay. Then potassium chloride is used as laboratory agent. Laboratory agent. Okay. Is there any doubt? Now, next thing we'll conduct on iPad.
Very bad.
Few minutes. Is there any doubt, students?
No,
Is there
sir.
any?
No, sir.
Okay. You understood sodium chloride, potassium chloride, salt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next part is food colors. What is next part? Food colors. Food colors. Now, generally, what are food colors? Food colors. You are eating red color pav bhaji in the market, but in the house you're not getting such kind of red color, right? Correct or not? Why this
Yes.
is so? Why this is so? In hotel vegetable, they are fully colorful, but in the house, it's very difficult to get it. Why?
Color is added.
Correct. Very good. Color is added. So, food colors, they are refers to what? Dyes. Dyes what? Color pigment, right? So, pigments and additives that are neither extracted from natural source like plant, insect, or synthesized for commercial use to add or enhance the color of food. Now, why color is added in the food? To attract the people towards the food, right? So, organic compounds, they are having chromophores and conjugated system, okay, and they are responsible for producing color. Organic compounds have chromophores. Chroma means color enhancing segment like double bond, triple bond, etc. And conjugated system. Now, what is meant by conjugated system? System containing alternate double and single bonds, that is called conjugated system. System containing alternate double and single bond, that is called conjugated system. Right. Now, color may be natural or may be synthetic. Color may be natural. For example, anthocyanin. anthocyanin. Then carotenoids, etc. Or color may be synthetic. For example, tartrazine. Tartrazine gives a color similar to around blood red, you can say. Then second, allura red, etc. etc. Right. So we studied there are two types of food color. One is natural color, and these natural colors they are obtained from plants and animals. They are obtained from what? Plants and animals. For example, anthocyanin. They are obtained from red cabbage. Have you eaten red cabbage? Yes or no? Students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Red cabbage. Then carotenoids obtained from carrot or tomato. Okay. Then, of course, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is obtained from green leaves or green grass, etc. Then synthetic colors, the colors which are prepared by man-made or which are synthesized in the laboratory by man, that is called what? Synthetic color. Best example, tartrazine, that is yellow, allura red, brilliant blue. What are the advantages? They are cheaper, more stable, more intensity, and can be blended to create a wider range of hues compared to natural colors. Okay. What is the chemistry behind it? Now, a compound which produces or which imparts a color to the substrate must have chromophore in it. So part of molecule that are responsible for absorbing light and thus gives a color complementary to it. And that is called what? Chromophore. That is called what? Chromophore. Okay. Then next part is essence. Now what is in by essence? What is chemistry behind essence? So next part is essence. Essence, right? So essence chemistry can be referred into two things. That is fundamental nature of chemistry as the study of matter and its changes, you can say, or the chemical compounds that create an essence, that is flavors, fragrance. So essence, they are nothing but flavors and fragrance. Flavors and fragrances. Okay. The essence of chemistry is the study of chemical reactions, elements, compounds that form the basis of everything from the material we use to life itself. Okay. Essence refers to essence chemical. Essence refers to essence chemicals. Essence chemicals. Now, essence chemicals, they are basically aromatic compounds, aromatic compounds used in the flavor, used in the flavor and fragrance. Okay. Now, essence chemicals, they includes aromatic compounds. These are chemicals often with a strong aroma, means smell, and that are used to create the scents and taste in the products. So essence, they are used to produce scents and taste in the products. Now, what are the applications of essence? You know, they are used in food industry. Applications used in food industry. Food industry. Then cosmetics, cosmetic industries. Then cleaning products. What are cleaning products? Do you know? Cleaning products includes Harfix, Domex, Lysol, etc. Then personal care items like skin cream, cold cream, personal care items, etc. etc. Now, some of the example of essence includes essential essential oils, flavoring flavoring agents, and fragrance oil, etc. etc. Is there any doubt to anybody?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is about the essence, you can say. Then next point in this category is dyes. Dyes. Now, what are dyes? Basically, dyes are the pigments that imparts color to the substrate. That imparts color to the substrate. So, dyes are colored substances that binds to a substrate, binds to a substrate, unlike pigments which are insoluble in water, unlike pigments which are insoluble in water. Now, chemically, what is dyes? They are organic compound with chromophore, organic compound with chromophore, that is color bearing group, color bearing group. Color bearing group, and also oxochrome, and also oxochrome. Okay. A color helper, color helper that influences solubility and cell, influences solubility and cell. So properties having suitable color, the ability to fix a material, color fastness, and solubility in a solvent to form solution before dyeing. Dyes are classified by their structures like also dyes, then wet dyes, sulfur dyes, etc. etc. Okay. But if we'll create a color, first one is chromophore. Chromophore. It's a Greek word. Chroma means color. Chroma means color. So chromophore, it is a part of molecule responsible for absorbing specific wavelengths of visible light, thereby producing color. So responsible for absorbing specific 1 minute. Hold on. Specific color. Okay. And they consist of, double or triple bond, N double bond O, nitroso, or N double bond N. Okay, that is azo group as well as phenol group. Now, what is meant by oxochrome? A functional group that will not provide color itself, but can shift the color significantly influence the dye solubility and affinity of substance. That is called what? Oxochrome. Functional group that does not provide color, but influences solubility of dye, but influences solubility of dye. Is there any doubt? Now, there is a classification of dyes, that is reactive dyes, acid dyes, wet dyes, direct dyes, dispersed dyes, right? Reactive dyes, they forms a permanent chemical bond. Acid dyes use a protein fiber like wool, silk, etc. Wet dye, they are insoluble, so they must be converted into soluble form. Then direct dyes applied directly to the fiber in the aqueous solution. Then dispersed dyes used to for hydrophobic fibers like polyester and acetate. Okay. Now, what is distinguished between dyes and pigment? Dyes, they are soluble substances that bond chemically to a substrate to impart color. Now, pigments are insoluble solid, okay, that color to material through dispersion in liquid or salinity. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
So, this is the end of dyes. That is second topic. Substances in common use. Substances in common use. Okay. कोई doubt है?
No, sir.
Then just I'll come within a minute. Okay. Then after that, we'll begin with microbiology. Begin with microbiology. Okay. Just a minute now. Just a minute, be there. Okay, we continue with next topic. Students, is there any doubt?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. The next topic will begin
No,
from
sir.
biology. Okay. That is microbiology. Microbiology. Next topic is microbiology. Next topic Microbiology. Microbiology. Okay. Now, in this topic, we'll study structure and classification of microbes. Structure and classification of what? Microbes. Now, before that, what is microbiology? Do you know? Yes. Anybody know? Anybody knows? What is microbiology? Students? Are you listening my voice or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is microbiology?
Sir, it is the study of microorganisms. Son.
Correct, correct. So it is a branch of biology that deals with study of microbes. The branch of biology, the branch of biology that deals with study of microbes, study of microbes. Okay. Now, microbes, they are basically classified as prokaryotes, eukaryotes, viruses, etc. etc. Right. Next part is classification of microbes. They are classified into three types. So, what is first? Prokaryotes. Karyotes. Second, eukaryotes. Karyotes. Then third, viruses. Third one is viruses. Okay. So first one is what? Prokaryotes. What are prokaryotes? They are simple cells without a membrane-bound nucleus or other organelles. That is, they do not have well-developed nucleus. Prokaryotes of the organism do not have well-developed nucleus. Well-developed nucleus. Okay. They are further classified as bacteria and archaea. Bacteria. And second, archaea. Archaea. Now, what are bacteria? They are found in diverse environment. Some are beneficial. For example, bacteria found in the gut, they are beneficial, while some can be pathogenic. So, they may be beneficial, or some may be pathogenic. Pathogenic. Now, Archaea, they are unicellular prokaryotes that live in extreme environments. They are unicellular prokaryotes and they live in extreme environments. Okay. The next, eukaryotes. Eukaryotes, they are having complex structure since they have well-developed nucleus. They are having complex structure since they have well developed nucleus. Well developed nucleus. Okay. They are further classified as fungi, protozoa, algae, eukaryotes. They are further classified into three types. First, fungi. Second, protozoa. And third, algae. Algae. Now, fungi, they include yeast and mold. Yeast and mold. Okay. Some of them, they are single cell, while others are multicellular. So they may be unicellular or multicellular. They may be unicellular or multicellular. Protozoa, they are single cell eukaryotes. Single cell eukaryotes. Eukaryotes that are free living or parasitic. It may be free living or parasitic. The third one is algae. Algae is the basically photosynthetic organism. Photosynthetic organism. There is some of them, they prepare their own food. So they may be single celled. Single celled. Best example is microscopic algae. Microscopic algae. Microscopic algae. Some may be multicellular. Multicellular. For example, seaweed. Seaweed. Okay. The next one is viruses. Now, viruses, they are non-cellular entities. They are non-living, you can say, consisting of genetic material like DNA or RNA. They are enclosed in a protein coat. So they are not considered living organism as they cannot reproduce on their own. So they are considered as non-living, since cannot reproduce on their own. Cannot reproduce on their own. And consist of DNA or RNA. What is DNA? I told you.
Deoxyribonucleic
Deoxy.
acid.
Deox.
Deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA ribonucleic acid, right? The next one is structures. First, prokaryotic structure. Prokaryotic structure. It consists of what? Cell wall. Cell wall provides structural support and protection. Structural support and protection. Then second, cytoplasm. Jelly-like substance filling in the cell. Jelly-like substance present in the cell. in cell. Then next, third one, genetic material. Genetic material. Chromosome located in nuclear region. Chromosome located in nuclear region. Nuclear region. Then last component of prokaryotes, nothing but ribosomes. Ribosomes. They plays a vital role in protein synthesis. Vital means important. Protein synthesis. Is there any doubt?
No.
Next, eukaryotic structure. Eukaryotic structure. Eukaryote consists of what? Nucleus, organelles, cell wall, etc. So first component is nucleus, like plant cell, animal cell. They contains cell genetic material. Contains cells genetic material. Second, organelles. Organelles includes mitochondria. Mitochondria. Mitochondria, they are also called what? You studied this,
Power cell.
right? Endoplasmic reticulum. Reticulum. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. Of course, there are many cell organelles, but these are the most important. The next, they also consist of cell wall present in fungi. Present in fungi made of chitin. Made of chitin and also present in some algae. Some algae. Also present in some algae, but not in protozoa. Protozoa. Okay. The next one is virus structure. Virus structure. Virus structure. Virus structure consists of capsid. Capsid. Now, question arises in your mind, what is capsid? Capsid is a protein coat that encloses the genetic material. Protein coat encloses a genetic material. Genetic material. Then, what is genetic material? DNA or RNA? Or RNA. Then it also consists of envelope. Envelope. Okay. Some viruses have an outer lipid envelope derived from the host cell. An outer lipid envelope. Lipid envelope derived from the host cell. The host cell. Okay. So this what? Is there any doubt to anybody?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No doubt. Okay. This what? Today we completed almost 3 chapters. Yesterday we did half, right? Yesterday we did half. That is what? Chemistry in life. Chemistry in everyday life. Chemistry in everyday life. Then second chapter, we completed substances in common use. Substances in common use. And third chapter, we completed from biology is microbiology. What is that? Microbiology. Right. So tomorrow only 2 chapters are left. That is biotechnology is one of the chapter. Okay. From biology and from chemistry, chemical bonding. So these are the 2 chapters we'll study tomorrow. Is there any doubt to anybody?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, thanks a lot.